Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And an alley to run. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. He goes 91 yards on the kick return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First carry now for Justice Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That second down play nets a -4.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he finds Parker here, complete. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the Raiders' 48-yard line.
Ready? 91. 44 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 44. Mike. 44. Here we go. 44.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Maurice Hurst, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They run. Cook. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Carr's throw here caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time Cook. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 16-yard line.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Now! We're good. You
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 40 now on second down. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. That could really put them in. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
7 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Carr now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Parker, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. A minute 52 to play until halftime.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Bryant has it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Martavis Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Being chased out left. He'll run it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Mike spoke both. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. 44 to Mike. 44.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go, defense.
Jackson will throw again. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Jackson operating from the gun, and that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
Down. 280. Like 51. Bound to lose one.
On 1st down, Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming for you, son. What? Go. Short.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He was brought down by
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Again, it's Hill. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Let's go. Henry. Yeah, Mike. I'm going to run you over. Run you over. 58.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Shotgun now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check the backer, check the backer. Hey.
Draw play. Ingram now. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go. Set. 70 ending. Let's go, D. Echo, echo.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Carr on the give. It's Washington. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's third down. With the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Carr going to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Pulled in at the 24. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Fourth down. 40's the mic. 180. Yeah. 180. We're good. We're good. 180.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Shrugs him off. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Rush in. Check. You draw Corker. That's it. That's it.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Oakland, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll hit the road.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made